Good morning, Freedom Achievers. Listen, before we dive into today, I want you to take a deep breath with me because today's conversation is about chaos, confusion, and leadership. It's about how we move, how we sell, and how we serve the world that feels like it's upside down sometimes. The government has a mess right now. Headlines are about shutdowns and policy battles, inflation, the Fed, interest rates, housing affordability. It's nonstop. And every time you scroll, every time you turn on the news, you're bombarded with noise. And for a lot of people in the industry, that noise has turned into paralysis. Agents are freezing. Consumers are hesitating. Confidence is fading. But listen to me carefully. This is not the time to shrink. This is the time to lead, because chaos is always there. It creates opportunity. And for those who are calm enough to see it, they'll win. And that's what this morning is all about. It's how to control the controllable, stay in motion, and build success when the world feels uncertain. Here's what's happening right now. Whatever uncertainty hits, whether it's the government instability, inflation, or interest rate changes, the average person does one thing. They stop. They stop investing, they stop spending, they stop trusting, they stop moving. And when they stop, they start panicking. Now, here's the truth. In every single market shift in history, the same thing happens. And when uncertainty rises, opportunity explodes. Why? Because most people get scared and retreat, but leaders, the true professionals, they lean into this. They become the calm in the storm. They become the trusted voice in the noise. They become the fan. They don't fan the flames. They quiet the flames. And that's our job as real estate professionals right now. When your clients panic about rates, when they say, I'll wait for the market to settle down, when they say, I saw on the news the housing market is crashing, that's your cue to step up, not step back. Because people don't need more information right now. They need interpretation. They need you to bring clarity. They need you to translate fear into focus. They need that's leadership, man. That's sales. So let's talk about what that means. Because you can't control Washington, and you can't control the Fed, and you can't control the media. So here's what you can control. Your effort. You can control how many calls you make. You can talk to control how many people you talk to, how many times they show up, how many seeds you plant in heads. Your education. You can control how informed you are. Learn your local market data. Learn the truth about rates, lending, and affordability. When you understand the numbers, you become the authority. Your energy. You can control how you show up every single day. Are you adding calm or are you adding chaos? Are you leading from confidence or reacting from fear? Your conversations. You can control how you speak to clients. When everyone else is pushing panics, you push perspective. Say this to your clients. Yes, the market is changing. It always has. But when people still need homes and people still need to sell. And the question isn't whether the market is good, it's whether you're positioned correctly for it. That's what leaders say. That's what closers sound like. You can't control the system, but you can outwork, outlearn, and outlead everyone else. Let me remind you of something. In 2020, when the world shut down, real estate didn't. It exploded. You know why? Because the pros pivoted fast. They didn't say, oh no, everything's changing. They said, okay, how do we serve differently? They jumped on Zoom before anyone else knew how to use it. They filmed home tours on iPhones when everyone else was waiting for open houses to return. They adapted, they innovated. And because of that, they didn't just survive, they dominated. The market right now is no different. It's a pivot point, and pivot points make millionaires. So ask yourself this morning, are you still sitting around waiting for things to normalize? Or are you normalizing your business to succeed in any condition? Because here's the secret. It's not the market that determines your success. It's your involvement. Markets don't make agents, movement does. Right now, your clients are being hit with fear from every direction. The news, social media, family members who think they're experts, bossy knows. You've got people saying the housing market is collapsing. You've got others saying that they're going into a recession. And your buyers and sellers, they're terrified of making the wrong move. Here's what separates you from the average agent. The average agent agrees with the fear. The professional replaces it with facts and empathy. You must become the calm in the chaos. Here's how. Know your numbers. Said it before. When you can speak confidently about local data, you disarm fear immediately. People trust numbers more than they trust opinions. Be emotional steady. When everyone else is panicking, your tone should be slower, calmer, and grounded. Energy transfers, so send peace, not panic. Tell stories. People remember stories more than they remember stats. Share wins with clients who bought, sold, or invested successfully this year. Prove the market is still alive because it is. Lead with empathy. Say things like, I get it. There's a lot of uncertainty right now, and that's why I'm here to help you make the smartest, the safest decision possible. That's leadership. That's connection. That's how we build trust. So here's your challenge this week, my Freedom Achievers. Educate your audience. Make one short video or post explaining what's actually happening in your local market. Break down a recent headline and explain what it really means in plain English. Be the voice of reason online. Increase your conversations. Call 10 people a day. Past clients, leads, friends. Ask them how they're doing, what they're hearing about the market, and how you can help. You don't need to sell. You need to serve. Protect your mind. Turn off the noise. Stop letting political chaos rent space in your head. If it's not helping your business or your mindset, it doesn't deserve your attention. You can't lead with anxiety and expect confidence to follow. Be intentional about what you consume. Remember, the loudest voices aren't always the most accurate ones. So let me leave you with this. Every time there's chaos, a government shutdown, inflation spike, election year, a policy change, there's one pattern that never fails. The majority of people slow down, and the minority of people speed up. The majority waits for clarity. The minority creates clarity. The majority watches the storm. The minority learns how to surf it. And that's who you are. You are not average. You're not a victim of the market. You're not waiting for permission to win. You're a freedom achiever. And achievers don't sit back when things get tough. They step up. You want to know what's really happening right now? There's a massive transfer of opportunity happening in your industry. And it's going to the people who are in motion. So this week, don't just panic. Don't join the panic. Don't join the politics. Don't join the noise. Join the movement. Lead conversations. Educate people. Play offense. Because when everyone else is sitting down, the person standing up gets noticed. And when everyone else is silent, the person speaking truth gets heard. And when everyone else stops, you move. That's how leaders rise. That's how entrepreneurs win. That's how you build an empire in the middle of uncertainty. Freedom Achievers, the chaos isn't your obstacle. It's your stage. Now go take the mic. Let's go win this week. Let's go, folks. I'm excited to see the comments. Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. We want to see you on our YouTube. We come to you live all the time. Join our community. It's been scrolling on the bottom, krealestatecommunity.com. It's 100% free. I look forward to seeing you guys in there. Y'all take care and have an amazing and fantastic and incredible week.
Bye.